Dad decided that we should spend a few minutes talking about Mum before the studies started, and then promptly nominated me for the task. I agreed to try my best, but you need to bear with me, because these wounds are still so fresh. Seema, Bariapa, Mum, Nani, Dadi, Bariala, Bari Puppu, Miss Naqvi, or my personal favourite, A. Whatever name you knew her by, as soon as it was mentioned, her face appears in your head, full of light and smiles. So let's talk about our mum. Our mum was the busiest person I knew, a talented multitasker, always happiest to have when numerous things were on, plates spinning all the time. You will know that she spent 25 years at the Al-Sadiq al-Jahan school as a lab technician, but she was no ordinary lab technician. Setting up experiments and GCSE practicals was just a neat facade, where, in the background, her office was a therapy room. She listened, advised, and counselled her colleagues and students through their problems. The words said in that room were a committed secret, but people left with advice and her prayers, and perhaps most importantly, with more hope than they would have walked in with. Our mum was a dedicated teacher. She spent years teaching the foundation classes of madrasa, taught Quran to children after school, and was also brave enough to take on the children's majlis at Mohammedi Trust. That children's majlis was usually packed with tearaways more interested in doing backflips off the small hall stage, but that didn't bother her. If they learnt one thing, her job was done that evening. Her contributions to so many of the centres around the world will be sorely missed. Our mum was dedicated to Azadari. She would never say no to attending a majlis, a milad, or a niyaz. So much so that she would clock up 10,000 miles a year in her car, but never actually left the M25. Mum held an usher at our home for as long as I can remember, and told us that upon her death, Bibi Fatima would protect her for her tears that she had shed. I can only say that we are thankful for the love of the Ahlul Bayt that she has instilled in our hearts, because despite these tough few days, we know that there is no hardship more severe than that suffered by the Ahlul Bayt, and our problems quickly fade into complete insignificance. Our mum was a dedicated wife, and, until the invention of Shan Masala, was a great cook. She fed people out of love and put pakori on the table without fail for the 30 nights of Ramzan, just how Dad liked. Our mum was dedicated to the community and was by people's side in their times of need. Over the past days, so many people have said that when they had a death in their family, our mum was there first, or when they were in hospital, our mum was there by their bedside. Mum did not, however, do that on her own. She worked in the incredible team that was Mum and Dad, and inshallah, Dad will soon find the strength to go back to this. Our mum was a dedicated mother, but slightly unconventional. She would leave me in a cot to sleep when she did the school run to go and pick up Api. When I challenged her, she said no, that was completely fine, because I was grumpy if she woke me. She would allow us to skip school with a feint of an illness, but none of that mattered, because she cared. She pampered us, she looked out for us, and she never let us take on any hardship that she could assume herself. That love didn't stop with just us. Hamid Bhai, Sadia, and Zara were blessed in exactly the same way. Our mum was a dedicated grandmother. Her love shone brightest when you put a new grandchild in her arms, and she didn't even shy away from a nappy or two. Mum was also slightly naughty. It was only a few days ago when I had to issue her yet another warning to stop giving my kids sweets, only for her to unashamedly sneak them Starburst when she came over 2 days later. She knew what she was doing, and when I challenged her, she would shrug it off with a "Bache hai na." Her love for the kids has meant that they were desperate to see her when they were away from her, but has now left Sabah, Fatima, Hassan, Ammar, Noura, my Seema, and even my little Morsin, slightly heartbroken, completely heartbroken. Ultimately, Mum's life was a glowing success. This is proven by the hundreds of people that attended her funeral and the look of pain on the faces of those who are trying their best to console us, but failed themselves because they felt such grief. We do not question Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's timing or will, but given the woman that she was, we know that we would never have been ready to let her go. Mum was dedicated to her Lord and worked tirelessly to make sure that her amal were ready for her final day. She was the most kind, caring and positive person, and all of that was delivered with the infectious smile that no one forgets. Whilst Mum's positive attributes are too numerous to list, she showed us patience in her toughest days, humbleness in her highest, and faith in her lowest. So Dad, when you hit those lows, please remember that Mum hasn't left us. Those qualities live on in Abi, Jawad, and me, because we are a part of her, and you must turn to us. Being that Mum was the first to be thankful, that duty now falls upon me. So, on behalf of our family, I want to thank you for the kindness, support, love, prayers, compassion you have extended to us over these past few days, and in particular to those who thought nothing of crossing an ocean to be with us. We could not have got through this without you. So please join me in reciting Surah Fatiha and 3 Surah Ikhlas for the lady that I'm very proud to call my mum, Anis Jahan Naqvi, bint Sayyid Vilayat Hussain Naqvi, and all my